Hey everybody, it's your boy Zero here for another Gunpla review. In this episode, we're going to cover the Duel Gundam / Duel Gundam Assault Shroud from Gundam Seed. So, inadvertently, I ended up on the same trail as I did with the Gundam from Gundam Wing, aka, okay, I have two, and then I got the Duel, and I was like, well, now I gotta get the other ones. I need to get the Aegis and the Buster, because I have to complete the set, much like I still need the Wing and the Heavy Arms to complete the other for the the Gundam Wing crew. So I decided to do this week with the Assault Shroud / regular Duel Gundam. The one thing I do like about this kit, and I'll get more into it in the regular part of the review, is that you get both instead of having to buy the Duel Gundam and then buy the Assault Shroud armor separately. But on one hand, you could actually get a separate Gundam and get form if they maybe, tweaked the armor a bit. This would be a whole lot better. But like I said, I'll get into more detail in a second. So, yep, and there goes the batteries. All I want for Christmas is a pair of three AAA batteries. Okay, let's just end it right there. So let's get into the review and let's talk about this basic mobile suit with a armor. So, this is the Duel / Dual Assault Shroud with everything that comes in box. Mini Izak, a bunch of different hands, the left shooting hand, a dynamic hand, open hand. We got one for each hand, so right and left. And two beam saber holding hands. A pair of beam sabers to go with, the two beam sabers on its back. I would say that is standard, but you've seen enough high grades with me that you know that's not. Regular stickers for the gun, the eyes, the camera, the usual stuff. And the wet, I believe this is the water slide decals, and these are the dry rub-on decals. So, let's talk about my problems with this, then I can go into the stuff I like about it. The thing I hate the most about it is the main gimmick, the Assault Shroud. I really do not like it. I like the design of it, I like the idea of it, but the implementation of it sucked. I'm trying to think of the most polite way of saying it. Well, swearing. I've got to make sure this stays on. Ooh, wait, hold on. We have another couple of pieces that didn't get in the main shot. Closed fist. Different base adapter. Main reason why I hate the Assault Shroud armor. Because this piece is supposed to go here, but it actually does not fit. Like, it is physically incapable of sitting in that spot. It is so obnoxious. No matter how many ways I try to put this on, it will not go on. The leg armor, as you see here, barely holds on. That I barely put any effort to take it off. The only parts that stay on tightly are the arms, the chest, the shoulders, and to a lesser extent, the back. Oh, and the back skirting. Other than that, this thing barely holds on. And it's like, if I wish it was able to be better. It has potential to be greater than it is, and it sucks. Like, prime example, how to fix the leg armor. Just make sure, have a piece right here that connects the two parts to the front. That way, it doesn't fall off. There, I solved that simple piece. The front skirting. Extend this piece right here a little bit longer, and then it can fit in the front skirting. Ta-da! I just fixed the problem. But no. They phoned it in partly, and that's how we got the Assault Shroud we have right now. I'm kind of hoping that they do a 2.0 and fix this. Maybe it's just mine, because if it is, I'm so happy for you. Because right now, not a fan. So I'm going to do something that probably not a lot of people you've seen do it. I'm just going to take the armor off of this. I'll do it in pieces so you can all see what it looks like dismantled, to be fair. Okay, first, you pop off the legs. They come off in one piece. So, that's easy enough. Yep. The other piece. So, and then we just do the back skirting. So now the lower half is completely de-armored. As for the arms, we just pop off the shield, like so. And then we pop off each hand. I'm constantly afraid that I'm going to pop off the thumb, kind of like I almost popped off those fingers. The hand is not agreeing with me today, everybody. It's like, no, you cannot disassemble me on camera. There we go. And pop that off. Pop. Oh, there goes the back part of the backpack. That pops off. Let's try to get the fingers back into here. But it's the same system as since, you know, the remastered Strike, so swappable fingers, you pop it back in. Thus, no problem, so hands back to normal. Again, the shoulders are the most, you know, solid pieces of this whole thing, so just pop that off. Oh, the beam saber decided to fly out. There we go. I'll put that back on in a second. Pop that off. There goes that. Where the heck did that beam saber go? I just had it 5 seconds ago, everybody. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, don't tell me it disappeared into the Nexus. Alright, and then you can pop off the backpack. The top part of the backpack, that's the backpack completely detransformed. Or de-armored, if you will. Gun. First piece of armor on the arm. Second piece. Well, since I have this here, this is an interesting gun because you can actually take it off and use it as an actual beam rifle instead of just a shoulder cannon, which I thought was pretty cool. It's the only part of the assault shroud that is actually usable outside the assault shroud. So, actually, I think you should take this part off first. Yep. Yeah. The other arm went so much easier. Oh, there goes the V-fin. Hey, went to the Nexus. Great. Let's find the V-fin and I'll be right back. And I found the V-fin. And I was able to pop off the last piece of armor. So let's just move all the armor out of the way. Alright. So you saw the assault shroud on it. Has to do the basic Duel Gundam. Oh, hold on. I didn't take off all the armor. Chest piece. You take off the pieces that were on the shoulders, here and here. Pop those off. These pieces are dangerously loose, so be careful. And boom. Then you have the Duel Gundam. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's the shoulder gun. Let's get the hand with the beam rifle in it. The Duel Gundam without the armor on it. While the most basic out of the G weapons, yeah, that's about it. It's the most simplistic looking. As you can see it has very similarities to the Strike, being that this is the predecessor to all of them, of at least the 1/100 frames, and part of it was used for the 200 frames, so they all are descended from the Duel here, so If you see any similarities, that's the reason. Their frames are all descended from this dude. So let's do the posability, because the armor did take some hits in the posability because it got in the way of it. So that's the leg fully bent. Let's get the shield out of the way. As you can see, great articulation on the knee. That's the leg all the way up. As you see, there is no real back skirting. So, oh, there goes the leg. Yeah, you gotta be careful how far you roll that. Oh, the camera took a hard hit too. That's his leg all the way back without falling off. Oh, cool, it popped out completely. Okay, I think it should stay in now, but I make no promises, so if it pops out on camera again, I at least warned you all. Alright. Actually, let's pop the gun out again, because it's so much easier without a weapon. That's the arm fully bent. We just move this up slightly because you can. And unfortunately, that's as far as the arms go lengthwise. The head can do a 360. Up, down, the important stuff. It's on the ball joint. So the hands. Decent enough ab crunch, as you can see. Hold on, let's get him back up. Add some bowing. See, decent enough ab crunch. Not great, not bad. So you should get a decent amount of articulation and posing out of him. All in all, at least. So, would this be, in a personal bias, my favorite of the suits? No, but I'll get into the summary in a moment. So, as you can see, it does come with a giant bazooka, which is awesome. And yes, you can hold it in the hands, because again, I've come around to find out that the Master Grade Gundam switchable hands are amazing to have. But hey, it took me long enough to acknowledge it. I'm willing to acknowledge my faults here. So let's get to the summary and wrap up this episode. So, all in all, I like this Gundam, but only for the Duel Gundam itself. Only for the Duel. If I could have gotten it separate from the Assault Shroud, I would have. But then again, I wouldn't have known how much I disliked the Assault Shroud. So, you take the good and you take the bad. Honestly, they should have released the Duel Shroud as a separate kit, so they had more time to work on it. Because the idea behind it is solid, but the implementation, can't even speak. The way they did it, not so much. So, that's the problem. If they had some more time to work on it and take their time, I'm sure that the Assault Shroud would be as good and solid as the Duel. Because, come on. Solid as a brick. You can get decent poses out of it and it won't fall apart on you. But the Assault Shroud itself is kind of flimsy. Some parts don't even fit correctly. Or at all. At least in my version. And the leg armor just falls apart. You can lightly tap it off. It's held together by friction. Which is the poorest used to put on armor. It's like friction and plastic tensile strength should not be the reason why that piece stays on. But again, that's just my opinion. I picked up this dude at my local hobby store, but he's also available at our friends at Galactic Toys, so my link to their website is down below. And like I said every episode, if you want to support the channel, use those links down below. Buy one of my books, use my links. They have a 24-hour lifespan, but use them. I get, support. It's always great. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. And never forget, you are all awesome and you're great. And I'll catch you guys later. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.